Hey, I'm Carolyn Fleary, Maryland Realtor and Community Guide, and today we're going to be talking about a topic that every home buyer and renter wants to know about, and that is credit. And today I'm thrilled to be joined with a credit repair and business funding specialist, and we're going to be unpacking some of the most basic details that is going to help you out. Whether you're looking to improve your credit score, get better mortgage terms, or simply just learn more about this, stay tuned because we're going to get right into it. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Where can we find you and what services do you provide?
Yes, so my name is Gloria and I'm the owner of Andela Financial Services, and I offer financial literacy services to educate the community on the importance of credit, especially how to build your credit, how to restore your credit, and remove inaccuracies from your credit using consumer law. I can be found on Google, Andela Financial Services, or on social media as well. You can feel free to hit me up and I'll be happy to assist.
Credit is such a big deal, especially when you're thinking about buying a home, buying a car, or anything else that there is. And a lot of people, especially those who have a lower credit score, they're kind of really frustrated. They want to improve, and sometimes they don't even know what to do. And I know that credit repair is a solution. So can you tell us a little bit about what credit repair is and why it's important?
Yes. So credit repair is actually the process of removing inaccuracies from your credit using consumer law, using the FCRA, which is the Fair Credit Reporting Act, and the FDCRA, which is the Fair Debt Collection Practice Act. Using these consumer law, you're able to actually use the law to send out dispute letters to remove any inaccuracies from your credit or to just make sure your credit is back on point. And it's very important if you're trying to qualify for a home or any types of loans to lower your interest rates.
So we see why it's so important. It's like the foundation of anything that you're doing. What are the most common issues that people face when they're trying to improve their credit?
The most common issues people have on their credit report is when I look at someone's credit, I see late payments, I see collections, I see utilizations are high, over 30%. And there are other issues as well where there are charge-offs. There are just things that are not great. And it affects a lot of people. And it's not just people that are looking to buy a home, but overall consumers. These are issues that can be resolved by lowering, your credit utilization, maybe working on paying off bigger debt and then go to the smallest debt, right? So these are ways that people can actually work on their credit, because these are the common things that I see when I look at most of my clients' credit reports.
Okay, so starting with the small stuff or the big stuff, sort of like that, the avalanche method, where we're kind of tackling it little by little. How long does it typically take for someone to see their credit score improve during the credit repair process?
Rome was not built in a day, right? So the same amount of time it took for someone to mess up their credit is the same amount of time it might take to fix their credit or restore their credit. So a lot of people are looking for a quick fix, or as if credit repair specialists are magicians, but we're not. We're just using consumer law. And at times, we have to keep using different methods or contacting other agencies like the CFPB, which is the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, or the BBB, which is the Better Business Bureau as well, to intervene in the matter. So it might take a few months. Some people, it might take 2-3 months. Some people, it might take up to 6 months. Everyone's situation is different. However, it's the persistency game. You have to be persistent. You have to keep trying. Some people try it themselves. They send one round of dispute. It comes back, verified or factual, and they just give up. They're like, oh, this doesn't work. But no, you have to keep trying multiple rounds, and eventually you get better results.
So how can securing a improved credit score help someone get a better mortgage term?
Yes, that actually helps you a lot, especially if you're trying to qualify for lower interest rates on your mortgage. Having a higher credit score will definitely help you to secure a lower interest rate on your mortgage, especially if you are looking to buy a home soon. You definitely want to start working on your credit as soon as possible.
Credit score plays a very important factor when you're looking to purchase a home through financing. Working with a credit repair specialist or someone that can guide you is essential to help you boost your credit score up so you can secure some of the best terms, which will save you money over the long run. What are some practical solutions that folks can use to boost their score quickly? I know we talked about patience, but what can they
Right.
do to see some improvement very quickly?
So there are multiple ways, but one of the ways is actually making sure you're paying your bills on time, making sure that you are avoiding to open new accounts, right? So you don't want to always opening up new accounts every single month or applying for credit and having all these inquiries, because each inquiry is minus 3 points on your credit, right? So if you're racking up 5, 6 inquiries in 1 month, that's a lot of inquiries and a lot of points down.
Right.
So you want to make sure that you avoid closing older accounts, because there's a myth out there that people think, oh, if I close my old account, it might help me to boost my credit, but that's not true. It will actually lower your credit because you're closing an account that was opened a while ago that was actually helping your credit, and now you're closing it out. So the length of your history has decreased on your credit.
A lot of people, they are looking at the internet, talking to their friends, hearing all the good and the bad things about credit and credit repair.
Yeah.
So what are some of those myths that you can bust for us?
There are a lot of myths out there. People think that, oh, well, credit repair is expensive, or, credit repair is a scam, or it doesn't work, or I can't remove, negative items or inaccurate items on my credit. Well, that's a myth, because there are people that have different issues going on with their credit. I've had clients that were victims of identity theft. For example, one of my clients, her dad had used her credit ever since she was a child.
Wow.
And racked up a lot of debt using her credit. And it was to no fault of her own. However, her credit plummeted. It went all the way down. She's stuck with thousands of dollars on her credit that does not belong to her. In this case, you need to use consumer law to repair your credit. Everyone has different situations, right? So it's something that we have been working on with her. She has been seeing results. There's some things that we're able to rectify on her credit to get her back on track. So it does work, but you just have to do the work. And there's a lot of information out there that's also for free that people can find. Or if you consult with a credit repair specialist, for example, I don't mind giving people information on how to do it yourself.
Okay.
So the information is out there, and you can get the information for free.
And I think that most people should just, stick with their gut feeling. If they're dealing with a credit repair specialist or anyone and they feel, any kind of way, either ask
Right.
questions or maybe find someone else. What should someone consider when they're deciding to work with a credit specialist? What are some of the characteristics that should be important that they pay attention to?
Yeah, that's a great question. I've had people that came to work with me, and they've worked with other companies and they've had bad experiences. And the first thing I always asked them was, the company asked you to pay up front for credit repair services? And they're like, yes. Well, that's actually a no-no, right? There's actually a law out there that states that credit repair companies are not supposed to take money up front for any credit repair services.
I've never heard of that.
Right. And it's actually illegal. And any company that is doing that, if they get reported to the CFPB, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, they can actually go to jail, or they can get fined and shut down. So at least the first month should be free, so that you get a chance to actually work with them and see how you like their process. Are they communicating with you every single month in regards to the status of your disputes? Are they calling you? Are they texting you? Are they putting you in the loop, right, of what is going on? And if you have any questions like, oh, okay, yeah, what letters did you guys send out? Like, what did you guys write on the letters, right? They should be comfortable to tell you, like, oh, yeah, these are the articles of the law that we utilize. This is what we did. Everything was sent certified mail, so we can get a receipt that they actually signed for it. Someone from the credit bureau signed for it, and that they're reviewing the documents.
So quoting the law, making sure that somebody actually received and signed for it, that's important. Oh, that's really good information.
Yes. And also you want to make sure they have a presence online. Do they have a Google My Business? Do they have reviews? Do they have testimonials, right? These are things that you want to be able to look up. And you can feel free to ask, like, hey, can I speak to one of your previous customers to understand where they're happy with the services, right? So these are things that if they're not able to provide, you're not able to actually follow the law, they're not able to show you, they're not able to tell you the process, then these are red flags.
After someone improves their credit score and they purchase a home, they think, oh, I made it. But what are some long-term strategies that home buyers can utilize after they purchase their home to continue to maintain their credit score?
You want to make sure that you're keeping the payments on time, right? Because each late payment can be minus 50 to 100 points on your credit.
Whoa.
So you definitely want to make sure that you're keeping up with your payments. And if you know that you might be late or, something might happen, maybe there's a reduce in income, you want to contact the creditor or the lender to let them know in advance. They might be able to do an extension so that this does not affect your credit. So you do want to make sure that you do those things, because at the end of the day, you've worked hard to get your credit together, to get in the home, and then you don't want things to just go downhill once you're in the home
and fall apart.
And fall apart.
And if you're wanting to purchase another home in the future, let's take the home out of it. If you wanted to purchase anything large in the future,
Right.
a new car, maybe even get insurance or whatever it is, there are so many, right? There's so many
Yes,
different
exactly.
places that pull credit, jobs, employment.
Yes.
Are there any resources that people can use before getting to a credit repair specialist that can help, guide them on their journey initially?
Yes, so I would definitely recommend anyone that's watching to actually start looking up the FCRA law, right? The Fair Credit Reporting Act law. And from there, they should also look into the CFPB, which is the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. And these are platforms that are made to help consumers in their journey, whether it's to get back on track with their credit or just actually learn ways to get their credit together as well. So they have a lot of useful information. I would definitely dive in. Also in regards to collection agencies as well, right? With the FDCRA, right? The Fair Debt Collection Practice Act, right? So you want to be able to look up these laws, study those laws, and then just apply the information that you're consuming. Because at the end of the day, you can consume information, but if you're not taking action, right, then you're always going to be a consumer. So you also want to be a doer.
I want to thank you so much for
Thank you.
joining us today. If you guys want to touch base with Gloria of Andela Financial Services, her information will be in the description below. I hope that you guys found this information helpful. Thank you for joining, and we will see you next time.